Hi, this is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and I just did a reading for all signs, and I have a few more minutes to consult the cards, and I'm hearing, this is very unusual, but I'm hearing that this is a message for someone named Kim, someone named Emilia, Emiline. I think that there's, there may be more than one Kim or Emily, Emilia, or Emiline out there. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm hearing from Spirit, that I am meant to be receiving some information for Kim. Kim or Emily, Emiline or Emilia. I think Emilia is with an A, but for some reason it's presenting presently as E, Emilia. So we have the wolf coming through. These are the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit cards from Kim Kranz. I really love the artwork. Let's just see. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this reading is. I'm highly empathic and intuitive, and I wouldn't really classify myself as a clairvoyant or a medium in any way. There are people with really amazing gifts, and I'm not one of them. So I think my connection to Spirit and my guides is strengthening now, and I don't know why. Like I said, I've been reading cards for over 30 years, but mainly for myself and my friends, not professionally. But I really have been called recently to start this channel and to start reading for other people, and I don't know why. But let's see. For some reason today I'm getting this message that it's for someone named Kim, Emily, Emiline, or Emilia. So we have a variety of cards here that just came out. I don't know if these are all equally relevant. The first to come out was that wolf. These cards, you may have seen them in other presenters' readings, but they have an alchemical symbol at the top for each of them. So these two, the first two that came out, the wolf and the deer, apex predator, perhaps, often prey. These two are earth element. This one is fire. The panther, I wanted to say jaguar, but it's panther, is fire element, as is the hyena and the zebra. And the turtle came out between them is water element. So this is a relatively new deck for me. I don't know all of the meanings of these cards according to the guidebook yet, and nothing is exceptionally jumping out at me from Spirit on this, except to say that I'm sensing that there's something in these two coming out together, or coming out very close to each other, one and two, the wolf and the deer. These are both you. These are equal parts, whomever this reading is for. There is a part of you that is very much the hunter, and there's part of you that's the hunted. And something about this message, there's something this week that you need to do to try to reconcile that for yourself, that there is this duality within you that needs to be addressed for you to move forward. This one, it looks really angry to me. There's some anger maybe around that need for reconciliation within yourself, that you're just feeling this pure anger about that. Threatened. Maybe you're angry because it's easier than, or more of a survival mechanism than being scared. If you are fueled by anger and rage at the injustice of having to do this, whatever this reconciliation is, that's going to help you get through. I'm going to leave these for a moment and just take a quick look at the book to see what it has to say about the wolf. Guardian of family and tribe is what's jumping out at me from the pages here. That it can, you can be reliable, you can be fearless in protecting your family and tribe when you have self-confidence, when you believe in yourself. And if you get out of alignment with yourself and you're feeling less confident, then you're looking at a situation where you're trying to dominate other people through will and power as opposed to reason. Let me see if I can find the deer. Just get a sense of. So the deer is about loving, being intuitive, being a mother, or the qualities that stereotypically characterize a mother. It's about being compassionate and nurturing. And when it's out of balance, you get overly protective. So there's part of you that's feeling, I would say you're out of balance, and that's why this is coming up, why you would be feeling anger about this. You're feeling like you need to be really forceful and finding your way through sheer strength. Meanwhile, part of you knows that you need to be receptive and compassionate as well. And it's hard sometimes to balance the two sides of yourself, to be, right out there and in charge and making the decisions, but also be supportive and nurturing and compassionate. And maybe it's hard for you to be these two things to yourself at the same time. Maybe that's part of this reading as well. I'm not sure. Again, this is a very specific request from Spirit for someone named Kim Emily Emiline or Emilia. The hyena, the zebra, they're both very black and white, aren't they? They're sort of standing, in my mind, quite in contrast to the colorfulness of this turtle. The turtle, again, is water. It is surrounded by fire in this case. That seems like a very tense situation. There's something about I would say the underlying situation you find yourself in right now that's very tense. It has the potential to boil over. You're feeling anger to cover fear, and it has to do with you integrating the two sides of yourself, this very sort of aggressive, assertive, masculine, I'm going to protect my tribe, though that doesn't necessarily have to be a masculine quality, and this nurturing, mothering, compassionate side of you, which wants to survive as well. So let me look at the turtle, because I think that's the one that's jumping out. Spirit is kind of focusing on the color here. The color is speaking to an integration of, you see, this orange from the wolf card is reflected here, and the greens of the deer card also reflected here. I feel like that's what Spirit is saying. There's some key in the qualities of this turtle that's going to help integrate, which is what from the very beginning I'm hearing Spirit say is the challenge of this week for you. And the turtle is an ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self. When it's in balance, there's a sense of peacefulness. You're adventurous, you're productive. When it's out of balance, everything slows to a halt. And the catalyst for getting you back into balance here is listed as an adventure. So there's something you need to do this week, some activity you need to engage in that brings you to a place where you can integrate all the various parts of yourself. It's wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Help to ground and connect you to the deeper truths of life, no matter where your travels lead you. So that, again, is a very specific message Spirit is sending through for a Kim, an Emily, an Emiline, or an Emilia. That's what I'm getting. I don't really have much else to add to that for you today, but I thank you for tuning in. I hope it reaches the person it's meant for. If this does resonate with you, and again, I think it's one of those names, but maybe it's somebody who's dealing with somebody with one of those names. I'd love to see your comments. Please let me know if this did speak to you. It helps me to sort of gain the confidence that I am, in fact, receiving these messages from Spirit for a purpose, and that those messages are getting to the people that need to hear them. Thank you again, and I send you all blessings.